What's the name of the show?
The Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart.
Yay! Hey everybody, welcome to our show where Scott and I will be breaking down what all happened on the first episode of Listen to Your Heart, the spin-off show from ABC's The Bachelor. So, Scott, we just got done watching the episode. This is your first time watching the Bachelor show. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I get why people get hooked on it. That's for sure. I'm not sure I'm a super fan yet, but I made it through 2 hours of that. Went by way faster than I thought it would. So
yeah, it was interesting. I really actually liked the format a lot. Very similar to Bachelor in Paradise. As we've talked about, so they did obviously explain kind of how the show will work this time around. So it was 8 ladies, 12 men, right, Scott?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we had 20 people total.
Yeah, so that was for this first episode. And they explained that they're similar to The Bachelor, would be rose ceremonies. One woman or one man would hand out a rose, and then those left would go home. So the episode started out with a first night party. Scott, what did you think of kind of that first night and people getting to know each other?
Well, it was surprising because I've never seen the show before that they introduce everybody one at a time. Seems like you're the last person in, you're at a huge disadvantage. So I feel like that it would have been easier just to like load them all on a bus and send them at once. But also just like I couldn't believe like we were through like 45 minutes of the show or whatever, and it was still just the first night, and how like quickly people moved through everyone. It was like, yeah, I can't remember, like Matt and Ruby were in that hot tub before they'd even like dropped their bags off at their room.
Yeah, so the first night, there were 2 different couples that went to the hot tub. They probably were there for less than 3 hours. So definitely fast movers. We already started to see some of the love triangles form, which I know for you probably is a little bit new. What were your thoughts on those?
Yeah, I think that was surprising for me too. What was the big one was love triangles were Matt. I'm gonna forget some names here. Matt, Ruby, and Matt, Rudy, and Mel, I think were one of the big ones. Yeah, and Jamie, Trevor, and Ryan were also. Yeah, so I don't know which one we want to unpack first, but or if at all. But Trevor, Ryan, and Jamie is maybe gonna be the one to watch.
Yeah, definitely. As you continue watching the episode, which we'll talk about, you'll learn why. But it started off with Jamie seeming more interested in Ryan, and I thought like their connection was cute. But I kind of knew right away when she started talking to Trevor that she seemed just more interested in him. I don't know if you got.
I didn't catch that feelings. At all. No. That was way over my head.
Maybe it's being able to read women.
Yeah.
But Ryan seemed way more genuine than Trevor, and so it didn't surprise me that she ended up being intrigued more by Trevor, who she mentioned in the episode tonight. She didn't know how he was feeling, and she was a little bit confused about his emotions. So definitely going to be a big storyline, I think, for the rest of the season, for sure.
Okay.
We can move on to the other one you mentioned, which again was Rudy, Matt, and Mel. So you were really excited about Matt and Mel coming into tonight.
Yeah, that was my pick.
They were your pick for going all the way.
Yeah, and that won't be happening anymore.
So we know from tonight later on that not a lot of connection there, but Matt did choose Mel to go on the date. Definitely caused some drama. What did you think of Rudy's reaction?
Well, I don't know. I'm always uncomfortable if someone's crying on the show, so that wasn't. But I think it was, I don't know, when you like watch it and you're like, oh, he definitely like led her on to think he was going to ask her on the date and then didn't. I don't know. I felt like that was a fairly reasonable response then. I'm glad she didn't let Matt off the hook, who definitely came off a little slimy for me.
I'm kind of surprised that you thought her response was reasonable.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to be responded to like that. Let's clarify. But I don't think I'm going to put myself in a situation that Matt did either. So,
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Matt, in the beginning of the episode, I was like, wow, I really like this dude. And then we continued to watch, and it just got worse and worse and worse with him.
yeah, he's
Like,
problem.
he seems very deceptive and unaware of how his actions impact other people.
Yeah, and just tried to like talk his way out of it to Rudy too. Like, no, that's not what I said. It's like, dude, you're on video. We saw it.
We know what happened, bro. Yeah. So they were definitely interesting. So sorry, rest of the episode we have our first night. Then there are actually 2 dates that happen. So we've already touched on Mel and Matt. I felt that date was extremely uncomfortable. The two to me seemed like brother and sister, and they later admitted that they didn't have any chemistry. So was that what you picked up, Scott?
I think once again, missed any signs, but yeah, I think we could say that. I mean, the fact that they like barely showed any of the date, and yeah, it seemed pretty flat overall. So yeah, no surprise there that whole connections fizzled out.
Yeah, I know you were really excited about Mel, but I kind of felt like her interactions with the guys was somewhat immature. Like it wasn't fully developed her ability to kind of flirt or show interest romantically. So I'm a little bit worried about her as the season goes on, kind of staying around.
Yeah, I'm not ready to give up on her yet. I've already had to give up on Matt of that side of things, so I'll keep rooting for Mel.
Yeah, plus she's the Seinfeld one, right?
Yeah, we still have to wait to see her Seinfeld impression and which character it is. So that's my big moment of the season whenever we get to see that.
They can cut her after that.
Yeah, once that's done. Unless the impression's good, and if it's good, then the show should just like switch gears and focus specifically on that.
And only that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Ryan and Jamie's date.
Right.
I love the date. I thought they were amazing on the date together. They both sang beautifully, and he just seemed so sweet and into her on their date.
Yeah, it was nice. They got to go do like an actual recording session, so that was fun. And yeah, I don't know. I was surprised after that Ryan didn't that Trevor was the one to come out victorious in that triangle. It was surprising to me.
Especially after he sang to her.
Yeah.
And it was nowhere near the level of Ryan's ability.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. And then when you looked at when you watch that date and you see her face looking at Ryan, you're like, oh, she'll definitely choose Ryan. But
yeah. So that brings us to kind of the end rose ceremony. So obviously Jamie didn't end up picking Ryan. She picked Trevor, which I think was a shock for the cast as well. They seem to really like Ryan as a whole.
Yeah, I'd agree.
But he was picked by Rudy as the wild card of the night. So
yeah, I don't know if did they interact really at all. I'm not sure where Rudy got that, but
they did.
Oh, they did.
They did. They showed him talking a couple times, but I think one thing we haven't mentioned yet is that obviously this week there were 4 guys that went home. And this is going to be like Bachelor in Paradise where there's new girls that come in next week. So I think one of the new girls that comes in is going to probably be paired up with Ryan. And then my bet is that Rudy and Matt continue the craziness together. So we'll see.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. And you think the new contestants will come in next week? The 3 new faces.
Yeah, I think so. And we know from the website who they are already. So
right. Yeah, we're waiting on Mariana, Natasha, and Ruby.
Wow, you just had them ready.
I had it written down. Yeah. I'm most interested about if Ruby pairs up with Ryan, it'll be confusing for me just because there's a Ruby and a Rudy.
Yep,
But
that's true.
yeah.
That a lot of R's. I kind of feel like Matt and Rudy actually deserve each other though, after seeing the episode tonight.
Yeah, I'd agree. Let's see how that plays out.
Were there any couples that you actually liked?
No, I mean there was a lot of couples I think we just didn't get like much screen time to see. So I'd like to see more of some of the ones we didn't see. I don't think anybody like really stuck out as a favorite or anyone I'm rooting for. How about you?
I think I like Chris and Bree. They seem so sweet.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. They were nice. Yeah, they were just mostly singing at the piano the whole time. So what's
Which is
not to like there?
adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sheridan and Julia were actually I didn't think I'd like him coming into tonight, and he is like a really big sweetheart. So I'm rooting for them too. I think he seems very sweet.
Yeah, he seems nice. I mean, I don't like how he got my boy Bald Josh thrown out of the house, but I'll let it slide for Sheridan because yeah, he seems pretty nice. So yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully that one works out.
I think we knew Josh wasn't going to be sticking around very long, but
Did
he
we?
did get some great compliments tonight,
Yeah,
though,
he
did he not?
did. Yeah, no, he represented the bald community pretty good today. Everybody was quite impressed with him. But there he
Yeah.
is.
Well, so overall, I think the episode was definitely kind of filled with some ups and downs. We definitely had some tears already, which we knew was to be expected.
Yeah.
But people are kind of settling in, and obviously they're already coupling off. They had to hand out roses, but I do feel like there's definitely opportunity next week for the girls that are coming in to really stir things up. Um, and who do you think, Scott, thinking through what you saw tonight, what girls will kind of crumble under that pressure?
Who? Who? I mean, Jamie, I don't think handles any pressure well, so I think she's gonna be a vote there. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. We haven't really seen much of Becca, so it's hard to say how she'll respond. Yeah, I don't know. Who's your pick?
Rudy
Ruby's
going
gonna.
off the rails.
Yeah, yeah, she's a wild card.
She seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll see. I'm excited though to mix it up a little bit. I think that some of the couples seem great together and some don't really seem like a good match. They did reveal in the preview though that one of the girls who comes in knows Trevor and knows of his
Oh,
cheating background. So
interesting. That's really gonna complicate things for Jamie.
will it?
I don't know.
She'll probably just cry some more and then be even more sucked in. That's my bet.
Okay. All right.
We
Well,
can
so
put $1.
put another dollar on it. I've already lost my dollar for Matt and Mel, so send you another.
Yeah, but we did so in watching the show tonight, obviously there's always some funny quotes that happen, so we wanted to share some of our favorites of the evening. I can go first with one
Sure.
of mine. So Savannah, who was the yogi trendy Nashville person who calls herself free spirited, said that she didn't want to be tripped up by looks because if she wanted to just find somebody who was attractive, she could, quote, just go find people at my modeling agency. So that
Yeah.
made me cringe.
Yeah, that was a little cringy.
Cringe for sure. Which was one of your favorite quotes?
Oh, well, I really liked when Chris Harrison came in. That's his last name, right? Chris Harrison? Yeah. Oh, man. Still settling in here to the show.
You're
Chris
getting
Harrison
it.
comes in explaining like that they have like the next night will be the rose ceremony, and his quote was, "We've brought you all." I'm paraphrasing, but essentially, we've brought you all together here to recreate some music couple magic. Like, there's a chance you could be pairing off and becoming a couple like Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I think he left out a really key piece of that relationship. I'm like, is that what you want to be building this loving relationship on? I don't know. So that was funny to me.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought that was pretty hilarious. I actually didn't even catch it, but you definitely called that out. I thought it was really funny. So let's see. Another one. Oh, so we know that you love your baldy boy,
I
Josh.
do.
And Matt identified him as a jacked Mr. Clean. So I
What we all aspire to be.
got a good laugh out of that one for sure. And then you had one more from Jamie, right?
Oh yeah, Jamie, I'm just so confused right now as she's like tears are pouring out of her face. So I don't know why I thought that was funny, but it was for me. So that was
Well,
pretty
this is
good.
after she's made out with two dudes in one night. So
Yeah,
it
next
sounds
part.
confusing.
Yeah, it is confused, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So was there anybody that you were surprised that you either liked more than you thought you would or liked less than you thought you would?
Uh, well, I'd say I don't know. Like I do. I mean, I obviously liked. I liked Matt a lot less than I thought I was going to going in. So he fell off a cliff there
Yeah.
for me. Yeah, he's you know, not great so far. So he was my biggest kind of surprise of people I went from thinking I'd like to not at all.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Um, let's see what else. So Michael Todd was somebody we haven't mentioned yet.
Oh.
He's a total creeper.
Yeah, Michael Todd. See you later, Michael Todd. He was like what, seven minutes in to being at the Bachelor House and was trying to shove his tongue down someone's throat. I can't remember who.
Oh, Savannah.
Savannah, and she redirected that.
Oh, I think he said he asked her before he did it, am I being too attractive right now? That's what made me cringe for sure.
Yeah, he exuded confidence, and I'm not sure it was like, no one was
And
feeling it.
we heard his single how many times this evening?
Oh, yeah, twice, too many times.
It was twice. So he's gone though, so that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Overall though, I thought, tonight is a good starting point. They definitely have set the tone for some drama to come, which I'm looking forward to. If you weren't forced to watch the show
Yeah.
because you're reviewing it, would you want to tune in next week?
I mean, I think I'd still tune in now that I've invested these 2 hours into the first episode, 5 more to go. I can do that. So yeah, I want to know what happens.
Well,
now.
I have bad news for you, Scott. It's not 5 hours. It's going to be 10 at least.
Oh, yeah. No, that's an embarrassing math thing, right? 2 hours today. It's 2 hours every Monday.
Every Monday.
Oh, well, I'll still stick it out.
The finale will probably be 3 hours.
Ooh. Yeah. Should have waited till the last episode to tell me it was 3. But,
that's okay. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I'm super excited. And folks can catch us next week.
Yeah, next week, make sure to see episode 2, 8 p.m. on ABC. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we'll be doing our post-show review right afterwards, and it'll be available on YouTube, as well as audio files are available anywhere you find your podcasts. So that's all from us.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next week.